Hello, welcome to this video about personality coaching. In this video, we're going to be talking about what is personality coaching. I'm your host, Habib Khan, and I'm an ESFP. This is part one. We're going to cover as much as we can today, but we're going to try to just get to the point. What is personality coaching exactly? In today's video, we're going to cover what is personality coaching, why growth feels slow, the ABCs of coaching in general, and we're going to cover the big picture or long-term trajectory of coaching. And we're going to finish up with my offer about what I'm doing for my coaching clients. And then that'll be it for part one. But there's a lot more to this. So, what is personality coaching exactly? So, personality coaches, in my opinion, we instruct clients based on their specific nature and their personality profile. These patterns are discussed and relevant action plans or strategies are created, leading to growth. If you're in the personality community, you have an understanding that we all have a certain personality type, and this can impact the way you carry yourself in the world. And based on that, you can actually have very good coaching insights on top of that. A lot of times you can develop your own insights for yourself, but when someone else is looking at how you're living your life, they might be able to have even more insights as to what you're doing and what you might want to try. Personal growth and self development can feel so slow. You know, when you're growing, you have no idea because you're too close to who you are. So, thousands of people have invested precious time and energy into learning about themselves with nothing to show for it, or at least it can feel that way. Imagine spending 10 hours a week on self development and not having a clear view on exactly how you've grown as a person in your relationships or in your work. That would really suck. I mean, how many people are watching these podcasts, listening to these podcasts or audiobooks, and just learning all kinds of things, watching YouTube videos? I'm one of them. We all do this, but how much are you able to track your own growth? This is something that is very challenging. It is a tough problem to solve in this modern day and age. Another thing to keep in mind is that personality, whether it's objective personality, the Myers-Briggs 16 types, enneagram, the big five, they're all just a representation of the map of the world, the map of your mind, the map of life itself. But remember, the map is not the territory. This is a quote that exists. The map is basically just the video game of life, but you are the main character. You are the hero in your story. You're the main character of your story. In my opinion, what personality coaching does is it removes the map from being in the center of your worldview and it puts you back in the center of your worldview so that you understand what is happening around you and you're not letting that take away from your own belief in yourself and your own power. So, the way I am viewing personality growth or growth in general is in these three basic steps, the ABC framework, I'm just calling it here. Awareness is the first step. Which patterns apply to you right now? And if you're good at typing, you're going to be better at this, right? And this will help you develop a bigger worldview so you understand what's happening around you without being caught off guard, basically. So you have more awareness, you understand the world more. And if you don't understand the world, it's because your worldview might be too limited. And then the next part is being. Who are you trying to be? What are you believing in? What is your identity? Are you currently limited in who you are? Or do you feel limited by who you are and what you're having to do on a day to day, week to week, month to month basis? The next step is about creating. What exactly are you trying to create in this world? Based on your role in this world, what are you trying to create? This can manifest in a couple ways. You may want to be broadcasting your message, or you might want to be distributing your work. So, either way, you're basically creating your world. After you've collected some level of awareness and you are being who you're meant to be, you will be creating the type of world you want to see, the type of world you want to be a part of. So, here are the ABC building blocks in a kind of tree form. Now that you understand these general building blocks, your actions and consistency will lead you to your long term growth. The end result is a positive or strong transformation in your identity. So you take the building blocks of awareness, being, and creating, and you do a certain set of actions that are relevant to who you are, and you do them consistently over time. That will result in a transformation of your identity. And you can flip it on its head. Basically, what happens is that your awareness evolves your worldview, your being will shape your beliefs, who you are being will shape your beliefs, and the types of things you're creating will bring about the community that's relevant to you. And speaking of relevance, you want to be taking actions that are relevant to who you're trying to be and what your worldview is. And then you want to consistently contribute in your community and based on who you're trying to be. So, like, for example, with me, I'm trying to consistently create YouTube videos. That's part of my community. That's part of what I'm trying to do. And yeah, those are relevant actions, and you want to have stable consistency. And that leads you to a transformed identity. So basically, your awareness shapes your worldview, your being shape your belief. Whatever you create will shape the kind of community you're in. And that leads to relevant actions, stable consistency, which will also in turn lead to a transformed identity over the long term. If you're able to keep up with the set of actions that you're trying to do to live the kind of life you want to live, and you're consistent with it, then you will inevitably be who you're trying to be. So basically, what this coaching work is that you and your coach, if it's me or someone else, the idea is that in the coaching session, you determine what is the major problem area in your life. What are the growth targets you're trying to achieve? For example, you might have a desire to create a YouTube channel or create a business, or you might want to improve your dating life or your relationships, or, maybe you want to devote more time to your hobbies, but you have trouble relaxing. We talk about whatever you're struggling with, whatever your dreams are, and how that might overlap with your personality type. And what are some possible next steps that lead to positive and consistent outcomes? So that's what coaching generally is. And it is highly strategic. The thing about personality coaching specifically is that when you're using your nature to determine your life strategy, you're going to be in alignment much faster than other methods of coaching. It is the highest leverage, but it is also one of the most abstract ways to grow. So, this is something that I've been able to do, but it is really walking a tightrope. It's very difficult and challenging to understand who you are, what your role in this world is, what is your calling or your higher purpose, and living in accordance with that and being consistent over time, finding your people, being who you want to be in this world. So, my offer to you is first, look at, do you have a personal development budget? Do you have money set aside for growing with yourself or using other tools and books and things, coaching? Do you have a budget for that? Do you have an assessment of your own goals and priorities in life? Do you know what your vision or strategy for your life is? Do you need to have one? Do you not want to have one? Step two is book a call with me or any coach, that you like. I think the important part is that you learn what you need to learn out of personality and you get whatever result you're trying to get out of this. That's the important part. For a lot of people, they're learning more like a hobby. It is a hobby for a lot of people. So it's understandable if you don't really need to go in that direction. But if you want to see what you can get out of it, yeah, definitely book a call with me and send me an email if you have any issues. Step three is evaluate whether coaching is helping. If you do hire a coach, whether it's me or someone else, there comes a time where you have to evaluate, is this helping or not? Same thing with therapy or friendship, like you have to see, hey, is this coaching work helping me? Am I getting something out of it? Am I getting a return on my investment? Um, yeah. So overall, I would just say that, you want to have a budget for your own self growth, no matter who you are, like there's whatever money you're spending on, even like groceries or rent, you can actually grow your income based on investing in yourself. And that's something that a lot of people miss is that when you invest in coaching, you're investing in yourself. The message from me is yes, you can book a call with me, but in general, I think if you're investing in yourself, that is going to move you forward. You're going to get to where you want to go faster. And sometimes speed does matter. Sometimes you don't want to wait 10 years to get to that next area of your life. Um, anyway, that's my offer to you. And yeah, my own prices are going to consistently go up over time. I feel like I do need to say that so people don't get surprised. Thank you for watching. My link is in the description and my email is right there. Feel free to reach out. And yeah, I hope you have a good journey in learning personality and applying it to your life.